Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's Matt, and in today's video, we got a ton of NFT stuff to talk about, guys. Some awesome Solana projects I really think you would want to see. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. As always, again, folks, never financial advice, only my personal opinions about some Solana stuff coming up I think you guys would want to see. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first project I wanted to show you guys is one of the larger Solana projects that I have seen here coming out later in July. This has 93,000 followers, which is definitely on the upper end for a Solana project. Now, again, that's not always an indicator of a project's success, but definitely does seem to be releasing at a time where there's not a whole lot of competition. You guys know there aren't all that many mints coming out right now. So you guys can see their Twitter community is pretty strong, definitely getting some great engagement on their tweets. And of course, they're actually minting through OpenSea. So this is definitely a refreshing change. And of course, you guys can see here is the little graphic for their collaboration. And OpenSea has said that they are fired up about their partnership and can't wait to host them as the first project on their upcoming launchpad. So that's definitely cool to see. I know a lot of people are used to seeing Solana projects minting through Magic Eden. So Zuni's definitely does seem to be pioneering the OpenSea Solana industry, and that is always good. Remember, guys, more people use OpenSea than any other platform out there. So again, that is definitely a good start compared to a lot of other projects minting through other platforms. Here's a look at their website. You guys can see we got some moving graphics here at the start, and it says, "Welcome to Zune. With Zuni's, we aim to develop an alien-themed ecosystem defined with strong branding and innovation. Our entire branding revolves around a cute but mutant aliens called Zuni's. The lore describes the story of a highly developed civilization living on planet Zune, yada yada yada," building up some lore here. I'm sure you guys could look through this if you wanted to. Definitely more interested in the roadmap. So roadmap here, they talk a little bit about their ecosystem. So we have some staking coming out to earn the potion token. Some Zunis may generate more than others depending on rarity. That's always good. They have a 2D metaverse with 10,000 apartments. So they'll be able to claim some free alien themed apartments on different sizes of planet Zune. A basic building kit would be available to create basic builds. Total supply of the apartments is 10K, and out of the 10K, 8,888 will be free to claim for Zuni's holders, and the rest going up to public sale. So I imagine that second collection would be pretty desirable given the lower supply. Then they have a game, a mutant relay, and slot machine available right after launch. Again, this is all very cool, but what I think is even more important than any of this is, again, the fact that it is so closely tied really to OpenSea. I imagine OpenSea will be promoting this project to some extent, and whenever OpenSea partners with the project, they tend to do pretty well, and that's something that I've seen in the past. But whenever they partner with any project, they seem to get some kind of boost, at least the initial boost on their mints. So we can see some FAQs here, all of that, supply price, all of that, and some artwork. So very cool project here at Zuni's. But before we go any further, do you like NFT whitelists? Because if you do, the Patreon down below is the place for you. I have worked tirelessly to make the Patreon one of the best places you guys could be for NFTs. For only $10 a month, we have an entire team dedicated to finding you whitelists. You guys also get one-on-one access to me, group coaching calls, and so much more. To be honest, guys, it is a steal for the price it's at. If you're looking to take your NFT game to the next level, you guys have to check out the Patreon down below in the description. The next project here is Realized Rhapsody, which is minting here on July 10th, and essentially this is a data and analytics project that looks to be very, very good. So we can take a look at their website here, realizedrhapsody.com, and it says tame the mayhem. Realized Rhapsody turns chaos into order by transforming messy Solana blockchain data into actionable signals in dashboards. Without any third-party data services between us and the source, we can provide a neutral, unbiased view of what is going on in the Solana NFT space. Of course, we have a link here to a white paper as well with some information about how this is all going to work, introduction, summary, all of that. So definitely some extra information here if you want to look at that. But here is the basic idea of how this is going to work. So you can select an NFT, you can see how much revenue they made, you can see what the mint prices was, how many were minted, you could get an idea of, who's minting, minter breakdown, getting a FOMO meter, which is pretty funny, and of course can see who exactly, what wallet minted what NFT. So very, very cool. giving you a lot of good analytic data, and I think that a lot of people are going to rely on things like this in the future as Solana continues to grow. So definitely, especially with the revenue, I think this is a good idea because if a project is being greedy with, you know, the amount they're giving back to holders, you will be able to tell. So if a project made a ridiculous amount of money and is not giving any of that back to their holders, you could look at that and say, hey, this is probably not something I want to hold on to. So Realized Rhapsody definitely is giving us some tools here to take a look at what, you know, NFTs we're actually buying. That's always cool. You can see your data, a little bit of information about that, and of course Magic Eden does have some info about this as well. A lot of very pretty credible people here involved in all these different startups, 15 plus years of experience, so definitely a strong team behind this project as well. The next project here I think you guys might recognize. This is the Bohemia project, but they actually have a new collection called Fabulosa coming out here on July 12th. So those who don't believe in magic will never find it is their bio now, and Bohemia has been sticking around for a long time. Floor price has been around 15 for really a good while now, and it was, I think, around 27 at one point. So definitely a lot of people who are interested in Bohemia, considered one of those nice mid-tier kind of blue chips on Solana. So we can see a little bit of a trailer here for their Fabulosa project, which is very, very cool. And of course, it looks a little similar to their Bohemia project, similar designs and kind of trippy art style. So you guys can see when you compare the two, a little similar. Here is the Fabulosa site, very nice artwork and designs here. And of course, 5,000 Fabulosas. You can get a Fabulosa talisman airdropped if you buy a Guru Master. So here you can see the link to the Guru Masters here, and this is going to link you to Bohemia. So if you have one of these, this should hopefully increase your floor price over time. And again, this is a nice way to get one of the Fabulosa talismans airdropped. You could also have a whitelist only mint, of course, which they have here coming out in the future. So here is the Fabulosa talisman. So 1 week before the mint, a snapshot will be taken of the Guru Master Bohemians, and they will be airdropped a talisman token. The snapshot will be announced 1 week prior, so that Bohemians have time to transform their Bohemians into a Guru Master Bohemian. So we have two different types of them, and you guys can see we have all the different Bohemians here, and I'm sure that if you look through the different categories, I think they have the Guru Master as one of them here on Magic Eden, so you could do some digging and find that if you wanted to get that airdrop. So we got a little bit of backstory, a little bit of lore, all of that. Very, very cool. Ultimately, something like this is a project that I'm not super well versed in terms of the lore and the staking and all of that. I don't stake this project, but I do like Bohemia. I've had it for a little while. It's something I've been wanting to potentially sell at some point on a high, you know, sort of sell signal, but I haven't really ran into a moment where I've wanted to do that because I'm always holding on to it, believing these guys will continue to innovate, and it looks like they are. So very cool stuff coming from Bohemia. And the final project here is called Nexi Labs. You're minting on Magic Eden here on the 10th, and this is a similar sort of analytics kind of platform that is a all-in-one DeFi platform that integrates Solana wallets into Discord. So very cool stuff to see. We got a little bit of a teaser here. Said the magma orb is forming. Holders of this orb will receive a summoning, so building up some of that lore here. But here is what Nexi Labs has to offer. So you guys can see some statistics here: 3,333 initial supply, 2 SOL mint price, 11 team members, 25 partners, and 10,000 lines of code. So here are all of their different utilities. We have a deal sniper here, sales listings, all of that. We can see some rarity information here, whale tracks, so you can see what influencers are buying. Tipping, which is always cool. You could send Solana over Discord, which is sick. Raffles, all of that. So definitely tons of good stuff here going on with Nexi Labs. And again, a lot of these utility projects I think will be good in the future, given the fact that once Solana has their next bull run, I think people are going to be wanting to use tools like this in the future to make things happen, to make some gains happen, you know? So that's what's going on with Nexi Labs. I definitely do like this project, and I think it has some potential. So with that being said, folks, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, definitely check out the Patreon, guys. The whitelist access is unreal. I mean, literally unreal over there. So definitely check it out with the link down below in the description. It is only $10 a month, and I promise you guys, you make your money back extremely fast. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Matt. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.